Hi everyone, I'm Any New Province, and this week my channel passed an enormous milestone and we're about to reach 3,000 subscribers as well. This week marks the 1-year anniversary of me deciding to get off my butt and start creating Pauper content. Today I'm going to tell you about why I started creating content in the first place, what the growth process has been, and what the channel looks like to me now. So there are a few reasons I started creating content. First of all, I just had a lot of extra time on my hands. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with starting your 2 millionth playthrough of Skyrim, but it just wasn't doing it for me anymore. I was consuming an insane amount of Magic content at the time. I was watching videos, tournament replays, listening to podcasts, but I couldn't get my hands on enough Pauper-specific content to keep me happy. I felt like I had something to prove about Pauper, too. Whenever Pauper happened to wander into the collective consciousness of all the MTG content I was consuming, it felt like it was the same narrative. They would say things like, "You can't brew in Pauper," or "The New World Order has made it impossible for new commons to break into the format." I kept hearing and reading this and thinking about how these two things were exactly why I enjoyed playing Pauper in the first place. And I still wasn't getting discouraged. I was going out there and brewing weird decks mainly focused around new commons that were just released. And then I started to even get a little upset that strangers felt like they could tell me how I was supposed to enjoy the way I played Magic. And finally I realized I'm probably not alone in this. There's probably a lot of other people out there who want to enjoy Pauper in this way. So I decided I'd swoop in like some kind of common rarity Saffron Olive with my jank and capture the hearts of all the Johnnies and Jennies in every Magic related subreddit. I also played The Sims for a little while, but that was mostly to de-stress after weeks of floundering trying to create Magic content, which is a pretty decent segue into the next thing I want to talk about, which is how much the channel's changed since I started.
Hi, I'm Any New Province, and is this possibly Pauper playable?
I'll be the first to say that the audio, video, production, and deck quality were pretty bad straight out of the gate, but I was proud that I was actually making something at all. Mostly though, I was just really shocked that I found people that actually wanted to watch something like this. When I started posting my articles to the Pauper subreddit, people didn't immediately dismiss me. They actually offered a lot of really good constructive feedback. And that was my introduction to the Pauper Discord, which was full of players that I had a lot in common with. They offered me help in whatever way I needed, and they also introduced me to players who were doing really cool things in Pauper with new and old commons alike. My rig evolved a little bit over the next few months, and I managed to become an efficient enough video producer to start a second series. Net Benefits was originally created to recoup the losses from my first series, possibly Pauper Playable. This couldn't be further from the truth, and you're probably well aware of that by now. It is super hard to succeed in the Pauper format when you pick up new decks every single week, especially if you're just starting to become competitive like I am. So a little while after Net Benefits came out, things started to seriously pick up and some people started to take notice. I remember how stoked I was when the notification came up on my phone to tell me that Pauperganda had just given me a shout out on their Facebook page. This was validating in a huge way and was that little push I needed to get over 1,000 subscribers, which is what caused me to start creating some of the videos I'm most proud of, which are my set reviews. Soon after that, I got a name drop from the professor at Tolarian Community College and had an interview with the guys from Color Commentary. This brought more and more people to the channel to discover something that they really enjoyed watching and wanted to take part in. Which brings me to the most important part of all of the growth I've had this year, which is you, the viewer. While some people would try to dissuade me from my mission of liberating all of the Pauper Johnnies and Jennies, most of you are incredibly supportive and you let me know on a weekly basis how much this channel means to you. Those little comments of support are worth more to me than any ad revenue or views or subscribers. They really are what makes this worthwhile. And of course, I want to thank all of the Discord, Reddit, and Twitch members that have been with me throughout this entire year. There are honestly a lot of people that have stuck with me since that second or third month of content creation. I'm sorry I can't name you all, but you guys know how much you mean to me. I do have to give a specific shout out to one of my best real life friends named Kirk. He was actually my only viewer for my first week and he stuck with me through all of this. So thanks, man. I appreciate it. So that pretty much brings us to where the channel is now. We're about to hit 3,000 subscribers, which is so much more support than I could have ever expected from this little hobby I've been producing from my bedroom. Even when I'm not streaming, I'm always thinking about the deck that I'm going to play this week or what I can do to make the viewing experience on this channel better for you at home. So that's it really. That's my first year as a content creator in a nutshell. If you like these videos where I come out and just kind of talk about the channel or the content creation process, you can let me know by liking the video and leaving a comment down below. I have to say it feels pretty good to break out of my overlay so that I can come here and just chat to you guys about where I think the channel's going. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, it would mean a lot if you could click on that subscription button down below the video. I'd seriously appreciate it. It's a great way to let me know you're enjoying everything, and it really encourages me to keep making great Pauper content. Thank you all for taking part in the content I make. You're the most important part.